What's going on, y'all? This be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I plan on doing the exact same. Now, before we get into today's mess, let's talk about what we got on the horizon. Now, as you guys already know, the panel is tonight, and it will be on Really B's platform. The link is already out there on my community wall, so if you haven't seen it yet, go ahead to my community wall, click on the notification bell so you can be notified when it comes out. And it's also in my playlist already as well. You know, we already have a whether you like it or not playlist. So go up in there and scroll down to the end, and there it is. So make sure you guys do that. Bad Boys Texas review will be coming not too long after this video drops, maybe about an hour or so after it drops. But yes, Bad Boys Texas review will be dropping today. And also be on the lookout for the Chasing Dallas panel on Thursday night. We'll be going live to discuss the reunion. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's mess. And it involves the Real Housewives of Atlanta's Sidora, Kandi Burruss, and Marlo Hampton. Now, as you guys already know, the Real Housewives of Atlanta came on last night, and it ended with Marlo going off on Drew for not doing what she wanted her to do in regards to Kandi and the situation with her restaurant or whatnot. So everybody has been confused. Everybody that watched last night's episode was very confused as to why Marlo decided to go off the way that she did. Well, people, Marlo went live last night, and she tried to explain herself as to why she went off on Drew. So we're going to sit here and we're going to watch that. And then after that is done playing, we'll be back to give our perspective. Let's get into it, you guys.
The producer said, "Hey, there's an elephant in the room. None of y'all gonna bring it up." Y'all, every single person was scared to bring it up. And Drew, I give her props. She was the only one that had courage to bring it up. But when she brought it up, Drew said, um, y'all can really tell if you look at it. The incident that happened, girl, this was on the news. There was a shooting at Candy's restaurant. Blaze was on the news. But poor Drew was so scared. And she was the only one with enough courage to say, and I mean, when I tell y'all, Kenya, everybody looked at that girl like, we don't be quiet. This is Queen Kandi. We don't talk about anything negative that happens to her. So that triggered me, y'all. It really did. It took me back to where my nephew, who used to work with Kandi, who used to work for Kandi at Old Lady Gang, he got shot and killed. I called Kandi, reached out to Kandi, told her about it. And to me, I didn't get the acknowledgement I wanted from her. She didn't acknowledge it. Then, as you see, I went into her home a day or two later, and she had as if I never even texted her about it. So to me, it's all about the acknowledgement. It's about, if it was Marlo, let me tell you this, it had been Marlo. I get it. I get incident sounds better than shooting. But don't you think defending myself sounds better than me stabbing somebody or cutting somebody? I'm confused. But this is my friend now. This is my friend who tried to get me a TV show. This is my friend who referred me to an agent. This is my friend. So if I call you and tell you my blood nephew, my sister's firstborn, was shot and murdered, that used to work for you. He didn't work for you 10 years ago. He just worked for you. His death has been 2 years now, but he had just was still working for you less than 5 or 6 months ago. And you're not going to say, girl, I'm going to send flowers. I'm sorry to hear that, sis. Let me send a platter from Old Lady Gang. Let me reach out to your sister. Come on. Come on. I mean, how do you not acknowledge that? So do y'all get where I'm coming from? So any questions you have, ask. Because I want y'all to really be clear on why I was yelling. That shit triggered me. It triggered me to where here we go again. We sit here. If it's anything negative with Kandi, it cannot be discussed. It won't be discussed. But let it be something negative with Marlo, it's going to be discussed. It's no way in hell if this would have happened at La Archive. If Kandi nephew worked at La Archive and there was a shooting at La Archive, but they said, oh, the incident that happened at La Archive, y'all know that they would have been negative with me. So it is what it is. So I can't make y'all change out the way you feel. I don't know how you feel. I just want y'all to know. And that's why I yelled at Drew. The producer said, hey, there's an elephant in the room.
And even with all of that explanation and everything that she said, I still don't understand what the does her nephew getting killed has to do with Kandi's restaurant being having a shooting at it. I don't understand what the fuck she talking about. Marlo is clearly looking for a fucking moment, and she's sitting up here going with this narrative, talking about when it comes down to Kandi, no one speaks negatively of her, when that's all y'all have done for the last couple of years. And the only people that's going with your narrative are the people that don't like Kandi, because it's all full of shit. You want to sit up here and make it as if this woman never shares any part of her life, good or bad. She had a show called Kandi in the Game, where she talked about the bad business side of the whole OLG situation with the failures that they had with the health department and all of that stuff. She talked about the downsides of her businesses already on her own show. She talked about all the negative things that she had going on in her life on Real Housewives of Atlanta. And a lot of y'all said that she was oversharing. But now that she's not speaking on a shooting that happened at her restaurant because it's a legal matter, now y'all want to be mad. And Marlo is really just somebody that's looking for a moment. That's what she's doing. She thinks that she is sitting up here talking about talking about this situation and talking about bullshit. Like, to me, it's just like, girl, what are you talking about? Marlo is trying to bring up her nephew to get some sympathy points, when, let's be honest, I really don't mean to sound mean, but we don't give a, because it ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. How are you triggered by a shooting, but you're triggered because Drew did not say the word shooting? She brought up the incident. I don't see why this is so damn important. It ain't like it's much for her to talk about. It's a legal matter. It's only so much that she can say. What do you want her to do? Speak too damn much and get in trouble and go to jail? Is that what you want her to do? I don't know what Marlo wants, but the thing of it is, Marlo is full of it. That's all I gotta say. Because she want to sit up here and talk about Kandi, don't talk about the bad in her life. But my thing is, girl, we don't even know nothing about you. The only thing that we know is that you got your nephews that you use for a storyline. The only thing that we know is that you were a foster kid. That's the only thing that we know. We don't know nothing about you. We don't know nothing about your life. You don't talk about your life. You got a peach and don't have no personal story. You're trying to make everybody else's story your personal story. You're a hater. You're thirsty. You hate everybody that has more than you. And you sitting up here trying to use this woman's misfortune with her restaurant as a way for you to get screen time. Marlo, have a fucking seat, okay? Please have a seat, because you stay on Kandi's cat. That's what you're doing. Because it really don't make no sense. And for you to go off on Drew the way that you did really didn't make any sense to me. Drew was the only one. Drew was the only one that was willing to bring it up. Drew was the only one. Drew was the only one. Drew was the only. Shut up. Shut up, Marlo. Because you look stupid and you sound stupid. She was the only one. She was the only one. Shut up. Seriously, Marlo, shut up. Because you ain't got no sense that God gave you, girl. Shut up. Honestly. Because it don't make no sense. I don't know why you so pressed to talk about this shooting. And you so quote unquote triggered. My nephew was shot and he used to work for her and she didn't even acknowledge his death. What is she acknowledging at this point? Well, like, what do you want her to say about that? Like, I don't even understand. Marlo don't even know what the fuck she talking about. She just sounds stupid. She just sounds stupid, and she's looking for a moment, and she's thirsty for a moment. But then you got the people. If it wasn't for Marlo, the show wouldn't even, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. We ain't talking about Marlo. Really? This is the only time we talked about her. She barely being shown. But okay, y'all. I just want to know what y'all think, because this shit is stupid. So I just want to know what y'all think about that down below. Let me know, because she talking about production made her do it and she's sitting up here coming for Kandi. It makes a lot of sense though. But of course they know that she gonna do it. She talking something, I ain't do it because I don't want anybody to say I'm hating on Kandi. That's exactly what you're doing. Every interview you do, you talk about her. But with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. If you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description box. With that being said, you guys, I am up out here, and until my next video, I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Bye.